You already know what the rules. When you come in my house, take off your shoes and super violate that like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit that like button. Shall we begin? Shall we begin?
Yeah, I'm putting up the 70. I'm putting up the 75,000 for the kids' appeal. So yeah.
Yeah, I was just watching a video on that when you called.
Yeah. I'm putting it. They need 150, but I'm putting up 75. But I'm trying to raise $1 million. This kid.
Send me the links when you got it.
I will. So I'm finna set up an interview with I'm finna set up an interview with the dad and say Cheese TV at a black church with a black pastor who I'm trust, and this will be the mom and dad first time talking. Let me just say this: black people hurt this family.
We just got a crazy update in the Karmelo Anthony case. So, he filed an appeal, correct? He is trying to claim that he is so destitute and poor that he cannot afford a lawyer for the appeal process. And here's my proof of that. He is saying he is too poor to employ counsel. These are the words he used to describe himself. Dude is claiming that he is absolutely penniless and destitute and cannot afford his legal counsel. They raised upwards of $600,000 for his legal defense through GoFundMe or GiveSendGo. I can't remember which one. And so the family claimed that they were getting a lot of threats and they needed to move. So their solution was to buy a estimated $900,000 home in a gated community, because you can't just move and hide your address. You need to live like what? And they have a brand new Range Rover sitting out front. We can't confirm where they got the money for that. But you're telling me this man doesn't have money for his legal defense and his family is living in this beautiful house in a gated community? You can never convince me that the parents aren't responsible for the way this young man turned out. And I need to give the disclaimer yet again, I am neither white nor black. I am somewhere in the middle. I am a first generation Asian American. So don't come for me saying that I have some agenda. This is an effed up situation. All sides you look at it. This young man committed this crime, got convicted, and now in the appeal process can't even afford his lawyer when his family and him raised thousands of dollars to get one. You can't tell me that that's not completely warped and messed up. And I am in no way sympathizing with Karmelo Anthony. I am just saying this whole situation is like, what? The parents just did an interview last night acting like they are so devastated and care so much about their son, yet they are still sitting in that cushy mansion, driving that fancy car, while their kid is the one going to prison. Make it make sense.
Drew Anthony, Kayla, you're cowards. You wouldn't even show up for your son's sentencing or victim statement impact. You abandoned your kid. You left him there. I guess he's no more use to you because you can't get any more GoFundMe money or GoSendGo money. You are grifters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child. And I swear to God, CPS to come check on those other 3 that you still have. You never once admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died, not the one who shoved a knife in his chest. I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide. And what'd you do? You widen the gap even further. You hire a convicted, baby-shaking felon who's only in it for the money, who gives you bad advice, kicks me out of a press conference. Oh, funny, I was somewhere I wasn't supposed to be, but I left when asked. I didn't stab anyone. And then you proceeded to gaslight me with your convicted felon, quote, advocate, minister? Minister of what? Minister irrelevant? Minister of bullshit? How about minister? Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine. And anybody else can, step up. Don't become kicking rocks in my backyard. Look in your own. the display of adults on the internet, if your children saw how you acted, would you be proud? Or is that what you teach them? Do you teach them that racism is okay? Do you teach them? Do you program your kids to hate, to kill? From day one, I said this was never about race. Please don't make it about race and don't politicize it. And what did you do? You chose both. The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You have embarrassed your own culture and race. Don't get me wrong, we got white people that embarrass me too. But you guys, you got a patent on that. And the only people that's going to change it are you. Don't blame the white person because we can't change it. But you're going to blame the white person for everything else. We're the bad ones. We're the one that held you down. Guess what? You can do everything in America that I can do. Tell me one thing you can't do that I can't do. We all have equal rights. What's it say? All men are created equal. The First Amendment.
Ryan Rising. You see what the going on, man. Big work. Big work. Hey, yo, check this out. A lot of y'all keep talking about how celebrities and influencers not speaking up about, what's going on in society, what's going on in the world. What would y'all expect them to? They don't want to lose these brands. They don't want to lose their little money. They don't want to lose how they view to society. But I've been told y'all them celebrities because they don't get about us and big time influencers that only care about their brands and their name. Y'all too. You feel me? Because y'all scared to speak up about one thing about me. I was never scared to speak my mind, voice my opinion. I've been had a rebellious spirit. That's why a lot of intimidated or can't take me, but I don't never give a Look, check this out. With this Karmelo Anthony situation, I went to school with white people most of my life, right? I went to a private high school on a football scholarship. Then I went to a D1, PWI. And one thing I can say about this, white people, granted, I don't got nothing against y'all, but one thing y'all like to do is play passive aggressive. And one thing y'all like to do is play the authoritative figure until, the consequences or the repercussions come about. It's always, I want to go do it myself until you get, what happened to little old boy? You see, y'all would have been more mad at me because I probably would have killed Buddy with my bare hands for jumping out his body, right? You feel me? And I ran track. So a lot of y'all speaking on this y'all really don't know, right? Buddy went under the tent, right? Yeah, it wasn't his tent to go under. Cool. But he knew his friends there. They wanted to bully him out of the tent, kick him out of the tent. He wanted to play RoboCop. Swept Buddy out of his feet, out of his shoes. He caught one to the to the chest. You know what I mean? Around and find out. One to the chest. It's okay. It happened to us all the time. But all we saying is Texas is self-defense. 35 years is excessive. Yes, nobody had to get murdered, but you and find out. One to the chest. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel bad for nobody that's jumping out their body. You feel me? Think before you do. It is what it is.
Had Karmelo Anthony been a white boy and Austin Metcalf and his group of friends would have been black people, we'd have never even seen this in a courtroom. Hell, they probably would have never even filed charges or pulled out the handcuffs. The same people now that are crying for Metcalf's life would be cheering in the streets and applauding him if the roles were reversed. Now tell me that I'm lying.
It's so much going on with this Karmelo Anthony situation. And I'm not here to pretend. I'm not here to fake. But as soon as Charleston White start putting his hands in it and hands on it, it feels like a psyop. It feels like a psyop. But nevertheless, let's play the game. You got rumors. I'm not 110% sure. But they saying Karmelo Anthony might end up going to the same jail that the uncle of the dead, the young boy, his uncle is the warden of the jail. Damn, this shit feel like something that's scripted. Straight out of a horror movie. Have you ever been to jail? Do you know what it's like to be hunted not by the inmates, but the correction officers? 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, when you got beef with the warden, when you got beef with the correction officers, when you got beef with white supremacy in jail, all bunched into one, can't nobody save you but God. They're going to make your life a living hell. Me listening to these rumors. First and foremost, Charleston White ain't got $75,000 to give nobody. But then if he does, you got to ask the question, what agency is he working for? The elite rappers is going broke. Boxers like Mayweather going broke. In court, fouling for everything, grabbing everything, selling jewelry. I didn't even get to the story of Rick Ross hiding at the airport. I didn't even get to that story yet. He got a private jet, but he's hiding at the airport because he don't want nobody to see his face. But Charleston White got $75,000 to give a young boy that he disrespected when he first went to jail. But when he seen the energy, or whoever made the phone call for him to make the switch, now he's all the way because, yeah, I'm going for the father. Huh? Who? Never mind. Whatever. Some of y'all like COINTELPRO. Some of y'all like government plants. Remember, for all these niggas that be stealing my quotes and regurgitating them, J. Edgar Hoover said that you will not have a black messiah again unless they create them. And everything is social media now. It's not in the streets no more. Now it's on social media. So the real messiahs is being suppressed. Shout out to Hassan Campbell. That's a real nigga. But then you got these fake dudes running around like Charleston White. You know, because back in the days, we represented man, woman, and child. His wife is in the closet. She was good enough to stand in front of the bandit that slapped him in the barbershop and hold that broomstick to keep a nigga off her man. But she's not pretty enough to put all over our face on social media. But back to the topic. Then again, he is the topic, right? So you mean to tell me, is it true? Karmelo Anthony's family raised $600,000 and they used it to get a new house and got a Range Rover? And their son didn't get a lawyer. Is that true? Is it true that that little nigga raised $600,000 from black people? Mind you, I'm rooting for Shorty. But when I went to jail for murder in 1994, me and Eric Bennett, Hassan Campbell, we was in a situation, we were surrounded. It was us against them. Do anybody care? No. Did anybody care? No. Did anybody show up to our court dates? No. Was anybody fighting for us? No. Did we have paid lawyers at that time? No. But you gonna tell me that our people raised $600,000 and their parents moved? Not in an apartment where they can legally strategize to fight for this little nigga, but they went and bought a $900,000 house Who? Scooby-Doo? And then a Range Rover? And now we supposed to pay for the mistakes of their child? We gave them as a people. I ain't give a shit. I would have, but as a people, $600,000. And they chose to buy a house instead of giving him the legal defense that he needed. We are on the brink of Armageddon, famine, plague, earthquakes. Some people waiting for the second coming of Christ. World War III. Niggas are still looking for the Epstein files. Matter of fact, we got them. We ain't got no justice for that. But everybody's still talking about Karmelo Anthony? Shorty, I'm on your side. But this journey of you doing 35 years in jail is something that you got to do yourself. Yes, you should be home when you're in a place that have stand your ground laws. And you battling the baby KKK. But in war, when a soldier get left on a battlefield, we pick him up, we bury him, and keep on fighting. This little nigga is not the biggest battle we gonna have. He's a casualty to a war we should have ended a long time ago, after the Gullah Wars. At this point in time, whatever happens between Shorty is between him and God. And those correction officers in that jail and them inmates, whoever decide to hold him down. Out here in America, we got bigger fish to fry. Don't let this situation become the biggest distraction in the world. We got bigger fish to fry. They got us looking in every direction. Oh, the Knicks gonna win, the Knicks gonna lose, the Spurs going this, the Spurs going that. People getting stomped out of their jerseys. Meanwhile, all the rivers in the ocean throughout America is running dry. We get ready to battle food shortages, earthquakes, tsunamis. It seems like everything that was done to Pharaoh in the Bible, now man has learned to have the power to do back to us. Like we're tempting God to come from the skies and say, hey, enough is enough. Some people are waiting for the second return of Christ. You niggas are still focused on Karmelo Anthony. We did what we can do for him as a people. I hope that's not true, that his mother went and got a house and a car instead of paying for his legal fees. I hope that that's not true. And as far as Charleston White goes, he showed us who he is. In Islam, they teaches you that the devil has one eye. And so does Charleston White. You hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. Live life as if you want to run. And stay dangerous at the same time. Remember something. You watching me? In life, it's better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Karmelo Anthony, he got light at the end of the tunnel. He might come home with his beard a little gray and make some children. That young boy, he got his TV turned off. I'm out.